How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is about these RTOM Black Hole's mesh practice pads. As drummers, we need to practice, and we need to practice on our instruments. It's so much harder for drummers compared to guitar players or piano players because they're always on their exact instrument no matter where they are, and they can play quietly or loudly in apartments and all of those kinds of things. And just drummers, we have a hard time with that kind of stuff, except now we have some great products to be able to bring down the volume of our acoustic kits and still have that same feel and tone, and just be able to play on our own drum kits at a quiet level and, you know, hone your skills on your instrument. It's a really good thing. This product by RTOM, if you don't know what RTOM is, it's the company that makes Moon Gel, probably the most widely used drum dampening accessory you could buy. It's those little blue rectangular squares of the gel you put on your heads, and it takes away some of the resonance, and it just dampens your drums in a really great way, used all the time in live studio situations. Now RTOM came with this practice pad, which brings down the volume of your drum kit about 80% or so, but you still get the tone of your kit. You still hear your toms, you'll still hear the snares buzzing on the bottom. Now with these practice pads today, I've put these Zildjian L80 and Gen 16 cymbals here. These cymbals also bring down the volume about 80%. I also have done videos on these cymbals in the past. I'll give you a link to those videos in case you want to go back and check those out again. But the two together, boy, you can practice in your apartment and, you know, anywhere that you're concerned about volume and play to your heart's content. It's a really great thing. These Black Hole mesh pads come in sizes of 10-inch all the way up to 24-inch, so you can pretty much outfit any size drum kit. And they're super easy to use. All you do is place them on top of your drums. The kick drum is the only thing you kind of have to install, and I'll show you that in just a second. But so for the rack tom here, I just place it on the top, give it a little bit of a squeeze, and you're good to go. Really doesn't get much simpler than that. If you have die-cast hoops on your kit, you're going to have to buy these little claws, which they do sell separately. It looks very similar to the ones that are on the kick drum here. I'll show you that in just a second too. But for now, just snap it on and you're good to go. Works the same on all of the other drums. The only thing you'll have to do is adjust maybe your height of your toms just a little bit, and your snare drum as well, because it's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half deep here. So it'll raise your profile just a little bit, but I didn't change anything here. It's still pretty darn comfortable. Now I mentioned that the heads come in sizes from 10 all the way up to 24, and you can also buy them in a pack. This is a pack here that comes with 10, 12, 16, and a 14-inch pad along with a 22-inch pad. But again, you can buy them all individually if you like. These heads are tunable and adjustable to kind of suit your feel. It's really easy to do. With each pad, you'll get a set of instructions that are really easy to read to tell you how to adjust the pads and how to install them. You also get this tuning tool. You'll see the rim that goes all the way around. There's also this round tube that goes all the way around just underneath the rim. And there's one spot where you stick the tool in the hole. And what you do is, it's very easy to do, when you pull the tool towards the head, it's tightening the head. When you pull it away from the head, it's loosening the head. So down, about every quarter of a turn, you'll see the hole come back around. And that's it. Now it's tightening up. Now if you want to go back and loosening up the head, you just go back the other way. It's super easy to do, and you can totally adjust it to your feel. So first, let me go through each of the drums. You can hear the volume of the acoustic drum, and then I'll play the volume of the drum with the pad on it, and you can totally tell the difference of how much quieter it actually is. So just take it on off. Here's the sound of the rack tom. The first one here, I got this beautiful Yamaha recording custom drum kit to play on. So I'm very spoiled today. And here's the volume of the tom-tom without the pad on. Just lay it on top, give it a little bit of a push so it kind of seats in there. Now here's the volume of the tom with the pad on it. So cool, a lot quieter. Same with all of the other heads. Here's the 12-inch rack tom. With the pad on. I find it really neat. Now the floor tom, 16-inch. Great sounding floor tom here. Again, just give it a little bit of a push down so it grabs the rim. So much less volume, so much less fatigue on your ears. It's really cool. Now, Usually the loudest drum in a drum kit is the snare drum. So here's this drum without the pad on it. Definitely loud and cutting. Put the pad on, then just give it a little bit of a push down. It seats in there, and here you go, the snare drum. Definitely a lot quieter. You can still hear the snares buzzing on the bottom. You want to turn it off and play without the snares, here it goes. You can practice to your heart's content. So if you're working on certain riffs or certain licks or really just getting your independence together, you can practice all night long and not bother anybody. Now, there's only a tiny bit of installation that's required for the kick drum, so let's get into that right now. All right, since there's only a tiny bit of installation required with the kick drum and you couldn't get a really great view with the whole kit set up, I've taken the rest of the drums out of the way just so I can show you how easy this actually is. First thing you do is just get your pad set up in front of your drums. Now you might have to get the tuning pegs of your certain drum kit out of the way, like this Yamaha kit. I have them all flat. And just kind of hold it there. It's really easy to do. Okay? That's the first thing. You get 3 of the hooks with the bass drum. The metal part goes towards you, towards the beater side. So just hook it up. The plastic piece on the wood, on the resonant side. And then hook it onto the kick drum on the other side with the metal side right there. I mean, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as they say. Do another one on the side of the drum. Hook it on. And one right down the middle. And you might have to adjust where you place the hooks depending on what drum you have, but really that's all there is to it. Now let me show you how you attach the pedal. You get this metal piece, and this is what you attach your kick drum pedal to. And also a little rubber pad that you stick on here, and this is what protects your kick drum and the hoop from the metal piece. So let me just peel this off of here and stick it on the metal piece, just like this. There you go. All you do is tilt up your kick drum a little bit, place it under. It's sticking out right there. Take your kick drum pedal and attach it as you would normally. There you go. Tighten your pedal down, and you're practicing. First, let me demonstrate the volume of this kick drum without the Black Hole mesh pad on there. Here we go. All right, so you just heard the volume of the kick drum without the pad on. Now check it out with the pad on there. It's so much quieter, and what's really cool is you still feel the low end, the bottom end of a kick drum, which is great for, just playing a normal drum kit and feeling how drums normally feel. It's really cool. Feels good, and definitely you can work on all kinds of things with these pads on there. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I have 2 different kinds of Zildjian low volume cymbals here today, the L80s and the Gen 16, and you might be wondering, why do I have both kinds? Well, the L80s have a certain amount of sizes in the line, and the Gen 16s are for Zildjian's electronic cymbal system, and there's a lot different sizes there, but you can buy all of these cymbals individually. You don't have to buy the Gen 16 pack if you don't want to. So what's cool about it is you can outfit a kit with a lot of cymbals. They make splash cymbals in the Gen 16 line. They make chinas, and all different kinds of stuff. So if you can't find it in the L80s, you can find it in the Gen 16s and really get a big kit set up so you feel like you're at your normal setup. Because sometimes you might have a big old giant drum kit with double bass drums and all kinds of cymbals, and it's great to have the low volume cymbals in all of those sizes so you can really feel comfortable like you're in a normal practice setting. So it's good stuff. And really the volume difference isn't that much. The only difference between the Gen 16 and the L80s is that the Gen 16s are a buffed bronze cymbal, so there's a little bit shinier of a look to them, but again, they're just as quiet. Really cool. Now put it all together, and here you go. There you have it, everybody. The RTOM Black Hole mesh pad practice pads, coupled with these great Zildjian L80 and Gen 16 low volume cymbals. You could practice anywhere at a low volume, not bother anybody, play all night long if you want to, and really hone your skills on your instrument, on your own drum kit. If you want any more information about this RTOM product, any other RTOM product, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer, and thanks a lot for watching.